My name is Caitlin Sapp, and I'm a student at Youngstown State University. I'll be showing you the basics of YSU PenguinPulse, the university's community engagement platform for all students to find volunteer opportunities and track their service. In this video, you'll learn how to claim your YSU PenguinPulse account, how to search for volunteer opportunities, what counts as community engagement, and more. To start, I'm going to share my screen so I can show you how to navigate to PenguinPulse. The easiest way to do it is to go through the Penguin portal. So as you probably all know how to get to this screen, and you're going to scroll down, and under the Campus News and Events tab, there's a hyperlink that takes you directly to YSU PenguinPulse. As this loads, you're going to be brought to Youngstown State University's homepage, and then we're going to log in by clicking on this icon, selecting login, and then you're going to log in via YSU using your same login that gets you into Blackboard, Penguin portal, your Microsoft Office, all of that. And as we briefly mentioned, this is YSU's homepage, so you can find a bunch of different information here. But what we're really going to focus on is the Events tab. Here is where you're going to find all of your volunteer opportunities. And what's really cool is that you can filter it. So when you're looking for volunteer opportunities, you want to make sure that you go under type and then select volunteer/service opportunity. That'll get rid of any events that wouldn't count as volunteerism. And then once this loads, you'll be given a bunch of different volunteer opportunities. So as you can see, there's 6 pages alone right here. Another cool thing is that if you're looking to volunteer on a certain date, you can put that date in here. If you're especially passionate about a specific cause, you can select that here. And then there's a bunch of different filters up here that you can also go through and play with. So we're going to use this YSU Blood Drives event as sort of an example for you. So once you click on an event, there's a bunch of different information here for you. So it tells you what it's all about. It gives you a contact just in case you have any questions. And then most of our events will have different shifts. So as you can see, this July 27th blood drive is actually all closed. So the next available time that you could register to volunteer for this blood drive is September 13th. So I think I will register for this one right now. And then again, it's just going to ask you to select which shift you're registering for. So it has already checked mine. If you want to register for more than one at a time, that is an option. And then once you select your shift, you'll just scroll down, continue. It should automatically input your information here because you're logged in. So you'll just make sure that this is indeed you, that your email is correct. And then select if you're part of a group. So say if you're with Pete's Pride or something of that nature, you could select that group here. And then it's going to ask you to agree to this liability waiver. Once again, press continue. And then this screen here means that you're registered for the event. And then from here, you'll get an email confirmation and then a few reminders leading up to the date, probably 1 week before, 24 hours before, that sort of thing. And then once the event's completed, you'll be able to verify that you were there to track your hours. And all of those details will be shown in another video. So as you're searching for these different volunteer opportunities and events, you want to keep in mind what exactly YSU counts as community service, just in case you're volunteering for a class, for a particular program, that sort of thing. So YSU defines community engagement as collaboration between YSU and the larger community for the mutually beneficial exchange or knowledge and resources, most often service with a community partner or a nonprofit. So this would include things such as Saturday of Caring with United Way, our different community partners that work in the hospice area, anything of that nature. It also recognizes unpaid time helping YSU departments or programs for the benefit of the YSU community and its students as university service. This would include volunteering at an orientation session, volunteering at the back med camp with honors. These are considered university service and do count as community engagement. There is also unpaid help that does not count as service, and this is what YSU calls on-campus involvement, which is any student organization participation or on-campus event participation not tied to service. This means attending a student organization meeting. This is going to a football game, attending a theater production at Bliss Hall. These do not count as community engagement. Another important thing to note is just how valuable YSU Penguin Pulse is. So for me, volunteering at a local PT clinic has helped me to realize that I want to pursue physical therapy as a career. I've also volunteered with the YSU volleyball team, keeping score for them, and that allowed me to get back to the game that I fell in love with throughout high school. So I hope that Penguin Pulse helps you as it has helped me. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and look forward to the next video that will show you how to track your service hours in YSU Penguin Pulse.